Yeah, let's see how this goes. Can't remember much of this murder.
Yo.
Huh? Huh? Come on! What are you gonna do?
Come on, Toko. Okay. Leave me alone.
Phew.
Let's go. Hey, come on.
Did he say something special? Oh, apparently not.
Count on it.
It's true.
Alright,
Very
let's do
nice.
this.
Well, thrills, chills, kills!
A deadly judgment. Yeah, a deadly class trial. Yeah, let's do this by ear maybe. Invisibility capacity. Alright.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Yeah, I can barely remember
If you
how to
can
do this.
figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
First, we have to make clear what used to deliver the fatal blow. When wasn't it the dumbbell?
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Oh,
Interesting. That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
Poor Chihiro.
Chihiro's fatal injury.
It appears it was.
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt...
I bet it was an iron pipe.
damn! Oh yeah.
No, that's wrong.
Hey Shads. How are you today?
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime?
You don't have to explain, Chads. Are you doing anything fun on the side?
It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yay! That's so creepy!
What? An accident as in hurt
If
yourself
you don't
or
mind,
something else?
I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is...
Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Chads. I hope you didn't hurt yourself too
the
much.
fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Yeah, I can understand that. Jeez. I hope you feel better soon. A new element, okay. For this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in a debate. Well, your injury is more important, Shads. Don't mind this killer. But there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the X button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shut down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, Tjenare Ralle. Okej, då har jag faktiskt 3 frågor. Vilken Jurassic Park? Bumblebee, är det med de här robotarna som slåss? Och Dredd, du menar den nya Judge Dredd-filmen? But yeah, chat, I can imagine that. But hopefully you'll be back in no time. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In which case you can forget about the silencer and just focus. So I have to attach the silencer first before shooting.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it.
Okay.
Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
Maybe?
No, that's wrong! I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
But can you move your arms and arms as you're supposed to, or did you just land on your shoulder, which means it's kind of hard to move the arms?
That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than
Har du
it's
haft en bra
worth.
dag då,
So
Ralle?
let's forget about that for
Hur
now.
gick det med tvätten idag?
More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide
Okay.
Jack case in exceeding detail.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, dude. I'm really, truly
According to the file, there appear to be 2 defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Yeah, we have that bloodlust.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
Boob lust, come on. Do you want to talk about it, or should we take it on Discord later?
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
Oh, ja, okej. Då vet jag nog vilken Bumblebee är. The other characteristic of every Genocide Jack case, which the world at large doesn't know. Vad menar du? Well, it has to be this one, right?
I got it!
Menar du alltså första från
Apparently,
90-talet
in
eller
every
första i den här
Genocide
nya
Jack
trilogin?
case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack
Den har fan
is
sett på
one
år och
of
dagar.
us?
Håller den än idag eller? Fralle? I was sitting... Oh, okay.
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
No. Don't be humiliated, Chads, come on. These things happen, you know?
What?
Good thing your parents were there.
Genocide
and could
Jack's
help
true
you.
identity is Toko Fukawa.
What the fuck is he talking
You
about?
lie!
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? Okay. Oh my god. Is it schizo? Yeah, it's schizo.
Now I understand. Is it
Back in
because
the day,
Genocide
I
Jack
have no problem
has a
getting back
split
up.
personality?
What do you mean incompetent? You're not incompetent, dude. We just get older, you know?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file, too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh, okay. But still,
Blir det att köpa
don't
ny
say
TV
that
imorgon
about
då
Mr.
alla, eller skiter i
Cowboys.
det?
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
The one thing that shows Toko could have a split personality, it has to do with her behavior. Yeah, well, she was acting kind of strange.
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and
Ja,
then
om du ska köpa
when
en
she
ny TV
woke
imorgon,
up,
eller om du skiter i det och bara kör på paddan. Eller har du fått TVn att fungera nu? Yeah, we've seen this. She's really weird.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Yeah, well, didn't she say that? I won't let him win? Or something? Yeah, exactly. I won't let Genocide Jack have control. The killer drove out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
Det beror på hur stor TV det ska, men köpa en TV kan ju både vara ganska dyrt, men det finns väl hyfsade
Toko was afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her, of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time.
Have fun, chads, and say hi to C and Rise for me. And I hope Mondo is good today.
And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie.
Right? You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
No.
What?
Is it right?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
What the This freaking game. Ralla, har du sett något av det här?
You have only yourself to blame.
Bonkers.
You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
Yeah, and you're a fucking douchebag.
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
Oh, that's why she said she couldn't keep their promise.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me.
What the hell?
That's the only reason I promised.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that.
Call him master?
But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it,
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
Togo's body suddenly lunged backward. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second...
Well, hello there!
What the hell?
Is it me you were hoping to see?
What the fuck is this? Look at the tongue on that one.
Yes! What the heck?
Hey, Moped. Just in time, apparently.
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do?
What the fuck is this?
I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
Exactly, Mondo.
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
Oh, that laugh.
She's so intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
But it can't be Genocide Jill that killed Chihino? Because if you look at the pictures from the cases, they are hung up by scissors, not a rope. This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane. I totally agree with you, game. I totally agree
Miss
with
Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Fuck you, fool.
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then
I can see why Moped likes her.
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid! And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people.
She's a poet as well.
It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
Oh my god, this is over the top for me.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh?
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Well, she sounds insane enough to not lie.
Yeah, I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but there's something still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details about all of this. Make my argument.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
Oh.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus
It is.
operandi matches completely. What
Good,
more
it
proof do we need? Give it up. You killed her.
Yeah, it has to be that one.
Sorry, but I didn't.
You say that, but
Perhaps if you had an. Oh, an alibi.
When you compare the modus operandi
Oh,
matches
no.
complete. What more proof do
Damn.
we need? Give it up. You killed her.
Fast forward too much.
Sorry, but I didn't.
you say that, but
Perhaps if you had an. Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
No,
What more
I forgot
proof
about that.
Give it up. You killed her.
But it's kind of weird having 10 minutes on
you
this
say
one.
that, but
Perhaps if you had an alibi. Oh, an alibi.
When you compare your past murders to this, the modus operandi matches completely.
No, that's wrong. Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction.
See? A lot of sisters.
I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything.
She really is crazy.
But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense.
Yeah, please do.
There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear difference between the murders. In the photos from the other Genocide Jack cases, look at the neck and stomach.
I got it! For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right! In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
The second difference is related to how she was suspended. In photos of the other Genocide Jack cases, all the other victims were stabbed through their hands. Maybe this?
I got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They'd use some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement! Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use.
I don't know if you should be so proud of that.
And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Big Mac as a burger or a Big Mac because, I don't know. Maybe she thought it was a good nickname? If you look at the name of each victim, what you'll notice is because Chihiro was a girl, maybe?
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Exactly, Ken showed you. Just men, okay.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
She is
The hell is
insane.
wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So, since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of
Guys,
a
I
one
think
and
this is too
only.
much for me.
We get it. You've
This
clearly
is too
explained
weird.
your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it.
What's a Jio? Jio?
It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival.
you know, Moped. I'm getting kind of tired of that. Damn. I can't remove your...
And if by some fluke I did kill to
Message.
survive,
Can we do this? Apparently not. Fuck it.
why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Slash here.
Plus,
Okay.
whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors.
Oh. Oh, thank you.
Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy
Every time I see
dumbbell?
bless your heart, Sark, I'm gonna clear the chat.
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors.
I just
only
told
use
you.
my own set of high-class envy of the entire
You feel me?
world scissors.
She's told us this. Don't fuck with
Okay,
her.
whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that? Da 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 da!
What the actual fuck is this?
She's fully equipped!
Not in a good way. That's for sure.
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side?
No, Shads, it was Moped that triggered me.
Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong! You can't, can you, gutter dogs, all of you! Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway!
I have no idea what's going on anymore! Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or
But
whatever.
it was suspended in the wrong way. Aren't you guys listening? Actually, no, hold on. There is one person. Fuck you, Moped. One person who could have copied Jensen Jack cases. Well, it has to be Bayakwa? Bayakya?
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then, the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
How can this get any worse? When I think it's over the top, it just explodes.
Well, Byakuya, what's your response? I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now...
Well, we didn't get to see the body.
The way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
Oh, was it Byakuya that said, let's go to the girls' locker room when I wanted to go into the boys'? Exactly, let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There's a clear contradiction in what Byakuya just said. And I need to make it clear to everyone. A new element! Oh my god. Next we're going to add something called a truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the triangle button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you'll just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In this case though, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Okay, we only have the Monokuma file too.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
you absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
Fuck you.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
So we only had 2 yellow ones? Here Byakuya a comment about Chihiro being a girl.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker
Can
room...
we kill him?
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions.
But we don't have any more...
What's so strange about that?
Because we can't shoot the yellow, white ones, right? Or maybe we need to...
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
I don't know.
Shoot!
Or maybe we just need to...
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
But he was acting...
I'm just
If you
gonna-
were presented with the opportunity...
That's unnatural!
The victim was Chihiro.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong. I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was.
Oh, yeah, that's what it meant.
So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
It's with Byakuya's attitude. It's like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it.
They tell me to think about it, but please,
We
can't they
just
just
talked
help
about
me?
the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The difference between this case and other Genocide Jack murders? The evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden in there. Could it be? What could it be? Okay. This clam.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
Exactly.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my
Oh.
life.
Got it.
No, that's wrong. Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before.
Didn't he have a extended cord when he was in the library?
Because, you see, that rope, that extension cord...
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time
But could it really
went
be
missing
Byakuya?
after the murder.
He may be a dick, but I don't think he's a murderer.
And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
Then Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even
What's
involved?
wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Why?
Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait. What was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room. But does that mean... Can I really just accept Piaqua said as the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said. Yeah, it has to be the scene
I
of the
got
crime.
it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
Oh, because of that stain Sakura was talking about
How
yesterday.
disappointing. What kind of question is that?
And the girl
Even in the
poster.
world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Yeah, that's what I said, Chads. Piaqua is an idiot, but not a murderer. Hey, Piaqua, did it just take you off guard? Nah, Chads, that's because he's only a cockstain. When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Piaqua, who had been so confident up till now, never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey! Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Here's your fucking proof. There was something that was switched between the boys and the girls' locker rooms. It has to be the posters first, right? No.
I got it!
Why do you have to
Proof
accept
that
on
she was
triangle?
killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
I didn't even notice that. Yeah, right, Chads. Didn't B send you a a print screen on it as well?
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
Why not, Makoto?
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
I would have gone with the switching of the mattresses first.
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Yes.
Protein coffee?
What's protein and what's coffee? I don't know.
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved. Yeah.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
I can see what type of stain it is from a picture.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think?
Well, didn't she try to do it?
What?
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the
Vandalism.
crime, the bloodstained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can
Oh my
certainly
God.
follow your reasoning, but Why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
Well, aren't the locker rooms aren't they connected to the what's it called, the where you swim, the bath, and can't you just go from the other side maybe?
To get into the locker rooms,
Yeah, the pool.
you
thank
have
you.
to swipe your e-handbook
Because I
across
don't
the
think you have
card
to
reader
swipe
device.
your e-handbook from the pool.
But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
Or maybe she took one of the... No, wait, Leon's was... Okay, let's see. Junko is dead. Leon is dead. And... Sayakwa? So we only have one boy e-handbook in the main hall, but that was broken, right?
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is it right? Could Chihiro really gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? Again? Okay.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I've got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook! She
No,
was
you
the
can't.
ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No, that's wrong.
That shit was broken!
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
Okay.
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Maisie and Rice, how's Mondo?
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
And how are you guys doing today?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
That sounds awesome.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
By the way, Rice, according... speaking of Lorene's song yesterday, have you seen how the internet has blown a fuse about that?
Of course, if it were
Holy
broken,
fucking shit,
that wouldn't
everyone
make any
is so
sense anyway.
angry.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst! You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
I'm not so sure. He might be an asshole, but he's not a killer. Politics, your vote sucks. If they didn't exist, we'd just get weird songs with no musical talent instead. Yeah. But I kind of like the thing that we have both a jury and then the viewers can also vote as well. I think it's a good concept. Jerry was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya the one who did it, really?
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
So how's your... I saw you were on a walk today, Rice, but everyone else, have you had a great Sunday so far?
What the... You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
But how... Wait. Alright. A far-fetched question here. But Chihiro is always talking about she wants to get stronger. And she has... and Sakura has asked her if she wants to join them in the gym a couple of times, and she's always said no. Could Chihiro be a guy?
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
No, that has to be too ridiculous.
What?
Come on.
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait! Just what do you think you're doing?
It was a trip for me, yeah.
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Huh? For real?
Yeah, we've been in the garden for almost the whole day, so I'm real tired in the noggin, my legs and my arms.
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
And you don't want Monokuma to be very unhappy.
I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Tjena Magnus, hur är det med Augusröret? I'm fine, just tired. How are you, Agnes? So before I ever knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. Come on! What the hell? We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. And where she took us was... the gym.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom! What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Not safe for work?
Examine her carefully.
Oh,
like
Moped, please, can we kill Hifumi?
hands?
No way!
Är det en gammal bil eller?
It's probably
Eller
best
borde
if
gå
I
igenom.
don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just... based on religious grounds, you know?
03, Agnes. Det är ett skämt. Jag tror min är 00, vad fan.
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura.
By the way, Rice, I know you kind of like visual novels, don't you? Have you played this game?
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
Oh my god. Get her out of here. I don't like genocide deal.
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Jag vet inte, Agnes. Vi håller på och har en liten rättegång för att se vem som är mördaren, men vi kommer ingen vart.
Here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Yeah. Well, Rice, I think I had the same problem because the first portion of the game, up till the first murder and end of chapter 1 was like maybe 15 hours, and it felt like nothing really happened. And well, you got free time. Oh, you can talk with 2 people out of 15. And then it was nighttime. Not like 999 when you had to solve puzzles and everything. And I think I've seen some not playthroughs, but some gameplays of Ace Attorney, and it feels like you get to move around a bit more. This game is a bit too much text and not much gameplay.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Oh yeah, I saw your stream on that. Have you completed that game?
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is...
What is it?
well, you played it, okay. You didn't complete it, you played through it, yeah. So it was good because it felt like the beginning, as many games were long.
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring wide at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy.
What? I nailed it! Woo!
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he.
It's cool too because it takes Digimon and creates
Thank you for
a more
confirming this
serious
fact.
story. Yeah, to be honest, I haven't seen anything of Digimon when I grew up, or now for that matter. So I don't have. Do you need some backstory of the Digimons to play? Well, I know the Swedish intro music.
What?
Digimon, Digitalmonster, Digimon.
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh. That
Oh,
sounds
what?
intriguing,
You guys
right?
didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat.
But no more games. I have Backbone to play, Rise. Come on.
Chihiro Fujisaki was totally
And
a guy.
and that other one, Let's Make a Friend or something you recommended.
Then he was a cross-dresser? Oh, no, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
Oh, Body Simulator, exactly.
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone,
Yeah,
huh?
you haven't suggested it, but
Interesting.
it kind of makes me interested in the game.
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting.
Yeah, take care, Rise, and thank you for stopping by. And I hope you have a great week ahead of you. And I'll see you on Discord.
Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Right, back to the trial then. I think I'm gonna
Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you
take
waiting.
a quick,
Now then, let's
break.
resume the class trial.
Can I? Yeah. BRB. Alright guys, let's deduce a bit. If Chihiro was is a guy, then only a guy could have done this. And we have Makoto, Byakuya, Mondo, Hifumi. Am I missing someone? And I don't think, because Makoto is the main character, he couldn't have done it. And Byakuya he's a dick but not a killer. So it's either Hifumi or Mondo though. Maybe?
We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
But if Kyoko knew this, why couldn't she tell us? Do you think that Chihiro was actually a guy? That thought had never crossed my
And
mind.
because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room.
But was Chihiro a boy that kind of, I forgot the word, but felt like a girl, or why did he dress up like a girl?
And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
Thank you, Miles. How are you doing?
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the
have you
body,
played as Miles?
but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
Do you like visual novels, Miles?
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting.
Okay.
This has
then,
become
this
very
might not be something for
interesting
you.
indeed.
But I saw that you enjoy Roblox. Is that true?
Ah, he's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
What do you usually play on Roblox then?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it.
No, I don't play Roblox, but my kids do.
But
I'm not really sure what they play.
I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
And if your name is correct, then you're almost as old as my kids are.
But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
I can ask my baby girl about that.
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
What's so great about Roblox? There's plenty of good games.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything
Or
to
is
do
it
with
because
it?
you have a lot of games in just the whole Roblox world?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but
So, guys, what do we think? Is it Hifumi or Mondo?
It's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
For the time
Mark it as
being?
correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided
Have you
to
have a great
alter it.
weekend, Miles?
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
And just so you know, Miles, there could be curses in this game, so please be aware. So, and yeah, so please beware, Miles.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
If you don't like curses or don't get curses for your family, then maybe you shouldn't watch this, okay?
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why?
Okay,
Why do you do that to his body?
just so you know.
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
Well, I hope it's Hifumi, because he seems like a
We're
perv.
seriously gonna keep going?
Oh!
We're all good, aren't we? I thought
Wait,
it was
I forgot
clear
about-
Yapia did it.
Yashuhiro. Maybe Hiro
No,
did it.
I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility.
Well, see, is there mature themes and subjects here as well? Then maybe... can you please tell me to change it to 18 plus
Because
next
if
time I'm
we're
gonna
wrong,
stream?
we all die here.
Just in case.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
So, Miles, do you only play Roblox? But if Byakuya didn't do it, or do you play anything else? Who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means... the killer's a guy.
I got it!
Yeah, maybe I should do it as well. Because my chat can be kind of dirty sometimes.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
But this
I'm
dude,
sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said
man,
something by now.
Perhaps someone
likes
saw the victim
order.
at some point.
He kinda looks
Even
like
that
Phoenix
might
Wright.
be enough for now.
Objection!
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over.
could be
it's
that one.
all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in.
Maybe
Game over, man! Game over!
Yeah! No! Not game over!
Okay,
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it? Well,
Did nobody get a
let's
look
try
at the
this one
killer?
first.
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would.
perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim?
When was I dirty? Come on.
The killer.
Like,
and only the
all the time?
No, that's
Oh.
wrong.
That one worked instead, okay. Yeah,
I
some
believe
of the
someone
music
else
is really
did
good,
see the victim before he was murdered.
to be honest.
What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
I can. I know I can speed up time with the circle, but how do I slow down?
Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this.
Makoto?
The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right
But maybe you can see it here? No. Okay.
before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse.
Oh, the blue jacket.
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Is someone right? I can't actually see.
Chihiro told me he was in
I'm
a
just
hurry.
kidding. Hey, hi, B. How are you doing?
But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
Maybe the murderer.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times,
Yeah.
and he always declined.
I might be a dick, but I don't think Chihiro would ask Hifumi. Hifumi might be strong, but I think Chihiro wanted some help with training, maybe, to get strong. So either Hiro or Mondo. Hiro is such a fucking jackass. Maybe it was him.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
You don't have to be keeping up on this game. B.
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much.
It's just pretty weird. But we saw a new character that kind of looks like you. She's called the Genocide Gel.
Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvelous friendship!
Speaking of the devil.
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
Just kidding, B. And congratulations on doing your last assignment. How does it feel?
No, you already have what you need to make the connection.
I do.
Huh?
Maybe I should pay close
You
attention.
know who the killer is.
No, I don't.
Seriously?
Yeah, it can't be this dude. He's too stuck up.
Who is it? Who's the killer?
You're free, B.
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
So, how's your Sunday been treating you, B?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
That's not nice. Did you find it in your shoes? And what happened to your
Well,
gooey
if I
shoes?
remember
could you
right,
could you
there
save
was a
them?
decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Oh well, you got new shoes then, so fuck the other shoes, right? Oh my god, more arguments.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
Yeah, I need to buy some new shoes as well.
I got it!
Mine are
He
all
picked
totally
that
broken.
tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit.
Okay guys, can you please help
Exercising
me?
sucks.
We've
I
seen
have a white tracksuit, personally.
tracksuit is blue.
I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
But has Celeste
Did
ever
any of that
said
really help
anything
us
about
get
the
any
color?
closer
I
to
can't
figuring
remember.
out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
Why
First
can't
of
we
all,
go back
we
and
know
look
where
at
Chihiro
just the
was
count?
headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. 'Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit, personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
I think
First of all, we know where Chihiro
I
was
think
headed.
it's something about the
He
color
was
test
on his way
because
to
it's
go
the only thing we
exercise.
have.
So next we have to
And
ask,
I'm almost certain she hasn't
why
said
did he
it's blue.
choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
Hi, Isaac.
So,
how
what
are
you're
you
saying
doing?
is, the killer was wearing
Fuck
the same
you.
blue track.
No,
Yes.
that's wrong. Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
Exactly, so in stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, we can see that it's blue, so it could be a trick. That we think she says it's blue.
She never said anything about the jacket's color.
Woo!
So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you... You just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
It was freaking blue!
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo,
Like
how did you
milk.
know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because
Mondo.
I just...
It was... No, it can't be Mondo.
I'm sure he saw the clothes
I
at
think
some
it's
point in
Hero.
the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died! That's the only possibility!
CB, that's you. Waving your knives around. want to kill people.
Sherry? Are you talking about Chihiro?
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. Wait, it was
when
Mondo?
Celeste noticed
No,
it, Chihiro
no.
made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Yeah.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Are we sure?
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit.
Oh, dirty.
That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
And by the way, Chess and C, I think I know where I remember the voice actor for for Makoto. You know, my kids love the Miraculous Ladybug on Disney Plus, and I think he is Cat Noir. He voices Cat Noir in that show.
There was a certain
It
turning
has to
point
be.
that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed,
That's
you
why
happen to refer to him as
I
dude.
felt like I remembered the voice. You have to refer to him as dude? I must have missed that.
Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You notice such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Friend, we'll spend like 3 days together. here.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
Is this
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I
Apparently
say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Probably nothing, is just an idiot.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found it on the ground, right? Then it must belong to... Weren't the Chihiros missing?
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
Well, didn't say Monokuma say that you can't break these
I
things?
imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken. As is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
You can't hack it. A bug? Nah. Should be weak point.
I got it! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then...
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
Huh? You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
So it could be anyone because we have a sauna.
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Oh my god.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin.
It's either Mondo or Hero.
If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Shads. Didn't you just spoil me? Because I said Hero, and Hero is the one with the big hair. You're thinking about Mondo and Taka.
Wow, interesting. I learned one new fact today.
Alright, then we know it's Mondo. Thank
That
God.
is a mere trifling speck of
But
knowledge.
I think hopefully we're at the end
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook
because
in the
how
sauna,
Mondo reacted, it has to be him.
then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
We'll see, Shads.
What if they found out by accident?
Because it feels Taka is too stuck up. He can't kill anyone. Byakwa is just a dick. He's not a killer.
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa, seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Mondo. Yeah. Which one had clothes on? It was... you!
Here's my answer! Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What?
Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago.
Oh,
remember?
they're best friends now. That's because that's why Taka take offense every time.
And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on.
And the towel on his hair.
But little did he realize,
weird.
he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Okay, make your argument. Broken Eva, Tears E-handbook and card read.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Hey Gulab Lab, how are you doing today?
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
Can we grab that?
See? Look!
Or maybe we
Makoto
need to
was wrong after all! Mondo
shoot
wouldn't hurt a fly!
Broken... Oh wait, yeah. You know what? Fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna try.
Let's test
Broken
Makoto's
E-handbook.
assertion. If what he says is correct,
play this?
then
Good or no?
Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken,
Oh, that's fine, Chad.
then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
Oh no! Damn!
See? Makoto
But
was
how
wrong
do I
after all!
slow down?
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Okay. R1. Let's try
Let's
this
test
again.
Makoto's
Oh, wait.
assertion. If what he said, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually
You
broken,
just sparked my
then
my
that
brain
proves
again.
that what Makoto
Chad.
said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
Oh, again! Oh my fucking god.
See? Makoto was wrong. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Okay, I need to shoot the purple ones first.
Let's test if what he said, you broke your own hand.
In other words, if Mondo's, then that proves that...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
Oh no, I missed! Fuck!
See? Makoto was wrong. Mondo wouldn't hurt a
come
fly!
on. And if that's wrong...
Let's test if what he said, you broke your own hand.
In other words, if Mondo's, then that proves that what...
Well, my goddamn handbook works
Oh,
just
wait,
fine!
wait. No, no, no. Fuck! Oh,
See?
shit.
Look! Makoto was wrong after all!
Too
Mondo
many
wouldn't hurt a
buttons.
fly!
Shoot with
Let's
triangle.
test Makoto's as if what he says is you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's hand, then that proves that what
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Yes.
No, that's wrong.
No, you don't have
Mondo,
to keep your thoughts
the
to
handbook
yourself.
you have right now, is it really yours?
I can't remember everything that happens in the game, so it's kind of nice to.
The fuck is
spark
that supposed
my
to mean?
Brain a bit.
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own.
Oh, never thought about that.
After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's.
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
No, but you can borrow, which is kind of weird.
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student.
Oh, come
It's kind of
on.
a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch.
What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong!
I'll be right back. Alright, can we do this? And I hope we don't have to do that kind of manga thing again, as in the first one.
Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Thanks, Chads.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Closing argument. Oh, no! This was too weird. Okay. Stuffing the jacket into the duffel bag. So Celeste walking by. Because we read from the right to the left, right, and up and down. Could be that one. Yeah, let's try that. Oh. Act 2. Going to the gym. Could be that one. Smack, blood, roll the carpet, move the wait. Okay, this comes a bit later. Oh, okay. Moves. Could it be this one? No, let's try. No, wait, or? No, that one is the same as that one. But, oh wait, you have to swipe your card. No? What? Cross the carpet, swipe the card? I don't know. And in that case, move that one maybe? No. I think we're gonna go with this one. And well, it has to be. It's the same. Let's go with that. Swipe, swipe, go in. Put on the poster. Then Bayaka comes in. It has to be the chord, right? Chord, down, bloody message. What the hell is this? I can't actually see. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Fuck. Because he throws something here. Maybe. And yeah.
Here's exactly what happened.
It might be wrong.
First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Fuck. Okay. Oh, it says girl, okay. I'm stupid, but here it says boy. Boys.
Here's exactly what happened. With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
What? Oh, we need a girl, okay. But it feels kind of weird.
Here's exactly what happened.
Yeah, well, we might get our first game
With
over
bag
here.
in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker. But how could the victim, who was...
Oh my fucking god. So that doesn't work, that doesn't work. Alright.
The killer is... you! With bag in hand,
Yeah, we've heard
she made...
that.
But how could the victim, who was a...
Okay, so it has to be... Is this the boys, maybe? Otherwise we're kind of fucked.
The killer is... you! With bag in... She made... But how could the victim... Simple. Because she was really a he. Which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him.
Fuck. Oh shit. Oh well. We are dead. You almost now
Is
be
this
punished.
really the end for all?
We can
I
try.
refuse to give up yet.
But this manga things is kind of weird. It's kind of hard to see all the pictures. I have to do everything over. Oh my freaking god. This one. And this one. And boys. It's this one maybe, because this could be here. No, no, wait. It can't be this one because it drops here. So this one because it drops down on the floor. Drops that. Takes the poster. Takes the body. Alright, let's take the one we think we know. Here, Byakuya takes some blood. So it has to be this one. And here, someone throws something and it has to be this. Oh, wait! opens the door and throws it out. Could this be Aqua? I don't know. No, because we have it here. And this looked different. Oh my freaking god. Has to... wait. Oh yeah, I forgot. Has to be this one. So we got 2 more. Well, it can't be that one because he's holding her. Wait. Oh, I can see now. He's lifting weights. The actual fuck. Because he can't do this before laying down because he grabs Chihiro. Maybe he grabs this one as well. Have I missed something? Okay. He's lifting weights.
Here's exactly what happened. First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw at the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out. She made her way, but how could the victim... Simple. Because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
What have we done?
It was likely in the heat of the moment.
No,
the
it
body
feels like
was
it
arranged,
can
but
just
the murder
go
itself
bananas.
felt unplanned.
I'm not really sure about the middle thing.
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. Then, removing the bloody poster...
Yeah, I knew it. Fuck. Because it's kind of weird, because if he puts up the poster... Because you see, he rolls the carpet, takes the poster, grabs Chihiro, and then goes in. And you can't have this one in 2 of them. And here no one is holding a Chihiro. Well, we can try this. If this works, then it's it doesn't make any sense.
You! Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, then remove...
Yeah, but where am I going wrong?
Here's exactly what happened. Which is why then remove...
Oh my fucking god, I hate this. Alright, I'm gonna try this. It won't work, I'm almost certain of it. But I'll just say fuck this freaking game.
Here's exactly what happened. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, then...
But it could, okay, it could be this one. But... then this doesn't make any sense because he's not holding anyone. And if I lose this, I'm freaking dead again. And this one doesn't make any sense. He grabs the poster, grabs Chihiro, opens the door, see the door, opens the door. Put the poster on, okay, but he's holding Chihiro. And then putting...
Here's exactly what happened.
It's fucking weird.
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the blood... and finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room.
What do you mean right to
girl's
left?
handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course.
He grabs Chihiro before putting up the poster. And then putting down Chihiro. It doesn't make any sense.
But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall.
Yeah, he's putting up the poster while holding Chihiro.
Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Before going into the girls' room, he grabs Chihiro, goes in, put up the poster, and then put down Chihiro, which doesn't make any sense.
That's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
Yeah, this game is fucking stupid because it doesn't make any sense. How can you put up a poster while holding...
That could have been the end of things, but no.
He was holding Chihiro, went into the room, and then put up the poster and then lay down Chihiro.
Byakuya discovered the body and decided
I don't buy it.
Intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated.
And let's see when I fuck up here in the end.
So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work.
But why did he do that?
He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
Shit! And I have to remember all of this. You know what? I think I'm gonna just say fuck it.
I refuse to give up yet!
If I miss one, I'm gonna just end it, because I don't have time for this. I don't like the... It's not that it's not good, but it's kinda hard to see what's happening on the pictures. Or maybe it's just me. So this one. was it that one? I can't fucking remember. Yeah, this was the dumbbell. This one. And the poster. No, that's putting it up. No, that's putting it up, okay. As you can see, he grabs Chihiro. And then goes in. To the girls' room, or locker room. He grabs Chihiro into the girls' room and put up the fucking poster, which is kind of weird, and then put her down. Yeah, chats. I'm kinda angry, yes.
Here's exactly what happened. First, at the that with she would which
yeah,
once inside, he met with someone there.
All right,
and the person he
let's look at this again.
It's
he rolls up the carpet. He takes the poster. He pick up Chihiro, takes the poster, and then open the fucking door. Right?
And that's where the blood stains on the.
He opens the door after picking up Chihiro, and then puts up the poster, and then lay down
likely
Chihiro.
In the heat of the moment. Which is why the then
pick up, open the fucking door.
And finally, a girl's hand. But this alone.
Then he puts up the poster and lay down Chihiro.
And that's exactly how the killer did it.
Because why does he pick up Chihiro in this one on the left? He's already picked up Chihiro once, didn't he?
With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed that. So he used the. Then
right,
he wanted
to. Oh my fucking god!
Here's exactly what happened. And around the same time that Byakuya the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat, and the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
Wait! No! This can't be right! Where's your evidence? Yeah! Where's your evidence? You need evidence! You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
You know what? I don't think I have this in me today. Fever time. 4-state max. We can try this once. If I fail, then let's just fuck it.
Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! False! I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence!
Oh my god.
You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence!
Oh my god.
I won't listen! False! You're corrupt! Show me some evidence!
This should prove it!
When the table slowed down, it
so
was
far
kind of
is
weird.
right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
Does anyone know how long it is before the end of the chapter after Mondo gets his sentence?
What do you...
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that!
Right, then we'll end it when Mondo gets his sentence.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting! No holding on! Time for the moment we've all been waiting for! Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What? Ta-da! Unbelievable.
Sorry.
What is this?
Now then. Actually...
Oh my god, it's gonna be a story as well? Yeah, please tell me, but I don't want to listen to this story. I don't have it in me today. But we can't leave it.
Ha!
You can hit circle button to fast forward the text. But well, I think we need to. Well, you know what? I'm gonna be a dick. I want to... This feels like story mode. So I want to feel like I have time for this. So I think we're gonna take us up on the next stream, to be honest. But thank you guys for being here. and it was fun. I hate that manga part, but otherwise it's been great. So take care, guys, and I'll see you next time. Just want to know who the killer is, and he just wonder if we figure it out. I don't know. We'll see that on the next stream, chads. Have a great week, everyone. Sleep well, and bye.